Now more than ever, we need a president who will unite this country.
We will need a president who sees unifying people as a requirement of the job.
So I created Black Lives Matter Plaza right behind me as a place where we could come together to say enough.
Action begets action. Progress begets progress. And when we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Democrats came out to make the case for Joe Biden, and while unity was a common theme, no mention was made of the violent protests taking over cities across the nation.
So how can we achieve unity without confronting this violence? Fox News contributor Bill McGurn joins us this morning. Bill, thanks for being here. Why do Democrats consistently fail to condemn the violence we see across our country?
Well, would you talk about it if you're trying to sell your party? They don't have a good answer for it. First of all, they don't have a good answer in the actual cities. They have not been able to quell the violence. So it's a real blind spot for them. And I think they'd be insane to bring it up, because if they brought it up, it would probably only encourage the protest. The way Democrats have been talking about this have only egged these guys on. So I don't think they had any choice but to ignore it.
We heard a lot about Joe Biden as the unifier last night. We did not hear a lot about Joe Biden's plans if he were to take the presidency and, have 4 years with Kamala Harris. What did you think of the absence of Joe Biden, if you will, last night? We did see him once.
Well, it was odd. I felt like I was attending a wedding party without the bride there. She's up in some other room. It is odd. It's not unusual for the nominee not to speak until the end, but usually like they're sitting in their seats or watching from their hotel room with their fan. People like seeing that. It kind of humanizes the president. And usually conventions are entertaining. I mean, that's the chief characteristic on it. Now, I think they had a lot of challenges. In fairness, it hadn't been done before. I don't really know what the good answer is, but it did seem to me a real lack of excitement. When you're with people that believe as you do, that in this case want to see Donald Trump gone, want Joe Biden elected, you would have thought it would be a little more electric. I'm not sure the formats they chose were the best things that they could do. It'll be interesting to see how Republicans watching this try to counter at their own convention. Yeah. Technically, I mean, what do they do to try to be a little different?
Well, right, and they can learn from this.
Yeah. Bill, congrats to you.
I think they're going to try.
Right. Bill, congrats to you if you had mail on your voting issues for 2020 card last year this time. Let's listen to what Nancy Pelosi and Bernie Sanders had to say about the president with regard to mail-in voting.
Their purpose is to frighten people from voting. The more chaos they can create, the more fear they can instill.
During this president's term, the unthinkable has become normal. He has tried to prevent people from voting, undermine the U.S. Postal Service.
Bill, is the president trying to scare people?
No, I don't think so. Look, this is extraordinary to me, the post office conspiracy about this enterprise that loses billions of dollars every year. It seems to become the new Russia now, the new conspiracy. The president wants to savage the post office. I'm not sure. Again, I think there's an appetite for replacing President Trump, certainly among Democrats. But I'm not sure, again, the angry approach, especially for Mr. Biden, is the real way to go. I think if I were trying to run against President Trump, I would have a much more positive vision. Everyone does attacks and does negative. But, last night what you didn't see, usually at a convention, you have these speeches. A lot of them are funny. It's unfair sometimes to the opposite party. Right. But, the partisans all like that. I didn't really see that except for Amy Klobuchar last night.
And, well, we have 3 more nights to go.
Again, it felt like a PBS.
Yeah, we have 3 more nights to go, Bill.
It felt like a PBS. Right. Yeah. And it's going to be probably the same. I'm sure Joe Biden's speech will arouse the crowd.
We will be covering it. Bill, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.